Alright, welcome back everyone. Today we are doing the 2020 Hall of Fame Inductees Recap. So, this will be split into multiple different videos. We will be analyzing all these guys after the Derek Boogaard career video is completed, which I will start working on right after I finish this video. We will do all the Hall of Fame inductees career reviews, including the GM, Ken Holland, and the Canadian goaltender woman, which will be the first female career video we've done on someone. So yeah, we'll get into all these coming up. So, none of these really surprised me. I mean, the K St. Pierre, I had no idea who the heck that was, so I guess that kind of surprised me a little bit. But looking at her statistics, not really. So Jerome McGinley didn't really surprise me. He's a right wing. He played with Calgary, Pittsburgh, Boston, Colorado, and Los Angeles. Calgary being the most memorable. 1,554 games played, 625 goals, 675 assists for 1,300 points. When this guy retired, I think it was back in July of 2018. I remember looking at his... I remember going on NHL.com, looking at his career statistics. I'm like, yeah, this guy's making it to the Hall of Fame. And even NHL Network and stuff was agreeing with me. They were like, yeah, this guy is totally going to the Hall of Fame. He was going to have a Hall of Fame career. Even though he didn't get the Stanley Cup, he still had a very pretty good career. After that, you have Marian Hossa. He is a right wing. He played with Ottawa, Atlanta, so the Atlanta Thrashers, Pittsburgh, Detroit, and Chicago. Chicago, I think, was the most memorable, but he played but he's most memorable with Chicago with me. 1,304 games played, 525 goals, 609 assists for 1,134 points. So, better than Iginla by... Actually, no, he's not better than Iginla. Iginla was better than Hossa, but Hossa also did not surprise me, because I think he went to the KH, I don't think he's exactly 100% retired yet. It says he had... Actually, no, he is retired. His rights are with the Arizona Coyotes right now, though. So let's say if he were to come out of retirement, he would go play with the Coyotes. So I didn't include that in there because he didn't play a legit game with the Coyotes. It was just really a cap done by Chicago in the trade. I forget what trade it was, but I don't think it... No, he was with them before Strome. So yeah, I would say that he's probably the second best player on this list. Kevin Lau, a defenseman. This one probably I know I said none of these surprised me, but this one probably if one of them was supposed to be surprising, this would surprise me the most. So he's a defenseman. He played with Edmonton and the Rangers. Had 1,254 games played, 84 goals, 347 assists for 431 points. Very, very good solid statistics as a defenseman. A lot of games played. He's also one of those players that was a part of the Edmonton Oilers dynasty team back in the 1980s. So he's like the 7th player to be added into the Hall of Fame, I think. So that's pretty notable as well. From that team. Doug Wilson, he's a defenseman. He's with Chicago and San Jose. He's actually the current GM of San Jose, in fact. So hope he can turn them around. 1,024 games played, 237 goals, 590 assists for 827 points. Again, very good statistics as a defenseman. Probably one of the best defensemen to be in this No doubt he's the best defenseman. He's one of the only two. So there you go. There's Doug Wilson. This next person, Kim St. Pierre, who's a Canadian goaltender. We're gonna have to wait till a career video to actually learn some stuff. I'm gonna have to watch some highlights for all these players. I mean, Ken Holland, I don't have to watch highlights about because I know what he's done. So Iginla, Hossa, Lau, and Wilson, I've watched highlights for. St. Pierre, I have not, so I have to go watch some highlights about her while we roll into a career video. And by the way, we are going to review the same order that they are going in. So if you want one of their players to go, just saying. All right, so she was a Canadian goaltender from 1998 to 2013. She played with other teams in between as well. Didn't she start a game with Tampa Bay, or that might have been a different goaltender? She started a game with the Lightning in a preseason game. Some other attendee did that. All right. And finally, for the final player that I have here, you have Ken Holland. He's not a player. He was a general manager. He GM'd the really good Detroit Red Wings back in like the 1990s when they had the Russian Five. That was very good GMing by him. He kind of went downhill ever since. And I mean, to be honest, if you guys watched this one thing by SB Nation, they were talking about collapsed, and like Holland, he could have actually like moved up in the job if he let Steve Yzerman become the GM. And if Steve Yzerman became the GM, we might have a very different Detroit Red Wings right now. So I'm just saying. So Ken Holland. So you might be able to blame Ken Holland for the very bad Red Wings right now, but no. So he said no. Yzerman moved on to Tampa Bay, and then now he's with Detroit again. And then I think Holland got fired, and then he went to Edmonton, where he's at right now. So there you go. That is the 2020 Hall of Fame inductees. If you enjoyed this video, do make sure to leave a like and that subscribe button. There's been a lot of stuff going down today, so pretty hyped to cover it all. And yes, Derek Boogaard career video, and I think actually the votes for the player that we do tomorrow are actually pointing towards Askarov. I think the votes in Twitter are voting towards Stutzel, but I think the more votes are voted towards Askarov in Instagram, and I think Instagram got more votes. So take that in consideration. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button. I think we're probably going to be doing Askarov tomorrow, but you never know. Stutzel might regain the lead. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.